our little lame intro music.
I'm all good with that. But first things first, I gotta. Because I'm sick in the head.
Ah, I love that sound. Sounds so good. The Red Bull. Here, let me do mine.
Oh, that one was much heartier.
Dude, that one was pretty clean.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I'm drinking Red Bull Dragon Fruit, my favorite one.
Green edition. I'm drinking a lemon spindrift because I'm lame.
Nah, bro. I should be drinking soda water instead of a Red Bull. But I needed the energy.
Yep. Well, welcome to the pod. My name is Emmy.
I'm Jaden.
And we are your two local knuckleheads. And we're just hanging out today. It's like the last week of October. It's crazy.
Oh, it is.
It's going to be the
It's
last
the
week of
25th.
October. Yeah.
It's the 25th.
That's wild, huh?
Yeah. Honestly, everyone says it, but like things are flying by so fast.
They really do. Dude, in like 5 months, less than 5 months, I'm going to be 29 years old.
Jeez.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
You're in your late 20s.
Yep.
What am I technically with? 27 would be.
That's late 20s.
Is 27 late 20s? It is. Yeah. So 25.
I mean, 27 going into
26
28
to
is
24.
like,
24
yeah.
to 26 is probably like your mid 20s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn.
Like 24, 25, 26.
Oh,
It's your early 20s, it's like 20, 21, 22, and then 23, you're like, that's the no man's land year. Because when you're 23, you don't even know yourself.
I think 20 is more of a glorified teen, whereas like 21 really is the start of your 20s because that's when you actually have like adult freedoms.
Right.
You just can't rent a car until 25.
Yeah. But like being 22 years old, 22, 23 years old, you're like, fuck. You're like, dude, this is it? What the hell?
Honestly, like your 20s as a guy, it's kind of weird. But honestly, like life does start to get better as you get a little bit older in your 20s because you're less like stressed out about stuff. Like the normal stresses are still there. Like, oh, shit, hopefully life goes well or this, that, and the other. But like things just don't you feel like things just get more chill and you kind of know who you are and you kind of just make it through?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely got more comfortable over the years and I kind of just stopped giving a fuck of like what other people think.
Yeah.
It's like when you're still in that high school mindset, like everyone cares.
Yeah.
You get to the first year of college and people still kind of care. And then you kind of, once you get past 22, you realize like, man, nobody really gives a fuck.
Yeah.
I can just kind of say whatever, be whatever.
I feel like it's once people like say you did the college experience. I feel like it's once you leave the college mentality where you realize like, oh, everyone's not looking at me because they're so busy about like their own. It's
Exactly,
like like at the gym, like everybody's afraid to go to the gym and like there is like a social like anxiety going there,
For sure, yeah.
But you got to realize people are more in for themselves than like looking over and be like, what the fuck is that guy doing?
Dude, everyone's having the same exact thoughts as you when they go to the gym.
Unless you see somebody benching like 315 or something crazy where you're like, the fuck are they doing over there?
Yeah, right?
Like that's the only time you're really like looking at someone else.
For sure. Damn. Yeah, I mean, I guess when you just get older and you just stop caring and just become more comfortable with who you are and you end up just like being just a regular adult, I got asked the other day how old I was again because they noticed that I wore my ring to work.
Mm-hmm.
And it was an older lady and she was like, oh my God, like how old are you if you don't mind me asking? And I was like, I turned 28 this year. She was like taken aback by it. She was like, oh my God, like you look like a 22-year-old. I was like, there's no way you should be getting married at 22 years old, but you're an older man, so that's fine. And I'm like, yeah, I guess.
Do you think that your size and stature kind of helps play a role in like your age?
Yeah, I think because I'm like a smaller dude.
Uh-huh.
I'm 5'5", so I'm small. Like I'm not by any means large, so I think people just see me as like an adolescent because I'm young in the face, and two, I'm just naturally thin.
Definitely, yeah.
I'm a small person.
You're like teenager thin, honestly.
Yeah. So I mean, really, I think people just they don't know me obviously, so they're just gonna assume the first thing that comes to mind. So they're just gonna see me as a young person, which I don't mind.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really not that big a deal. It's just like people. I wear the ring so that people notice more because they're gonna see that over like, oh, he looks young, so I'm gonna treat him like a younger person. They're gonna see the ring and be like, oh,
ooh, dude, that's
that person.
A hack.
They're like, damn, that person's probably older now because one, he's got the ring on, and they don't just assume a young person's gonna go right off the rip and get married.
Yeah,
and
unless you're military.
Right, and then they hear me speak. They ask me questions about my life or just in general, and they're like, oh, this, this person's not a fucking idiot. I mean, I am an idiot, but they're like, okay, this person clearly like has experience with,
Yeah, but
being alive.
to the older generation, like the marriage thing was like a sign of like maturity.
Yes, yeah. So like, especially like really older people, like our grandparents' age, they're always like, oh my god, like they just assume I'm young and they see the ring and they're like, oh shit.
Yeah. Are your parents religious kind of at all?
Not really.
But like,
We went to church when I was a kid because I went to a Catholic, like private middle school,
Yeah.
elementary, and all that. Shit. So we went to church because it was like the thing to do for like the parents and all that. But once I got to like high school, I think like after my freshman year, we never really like participated in like the church thing. We weren't ever religious, and like in high school we had mass every Wednesday because
sometimes life just gets too busy, you know?
yeah, but at school we had mandatory mass every Wednesday. So like I was going to church every fucking week until I was done with high school, and then I went to a Christian, private Christian university in Seattle. And fucking
Oh, was it?
Yeah. It was a Christian university, so like they were really big on campus and like community service and all that shit.
Was that the same school you saw the guy with the shotgun?
Yes.
No.
Dude, it was the same school that got shot up, bro.
That's crazy.
Yes.
We might have to bleep that though.
No. It's like part of the story. It's just in there.
Yeah.
And I don't mind talking about it because like in the moment I think it was traumatic, but since it was like outside of me, it didn't seem real until I think it was like we drove. What happened was, okay, so like school was over, and well, not school was over because there's still like evening classes, but for me, school was over. It was 3:00. Around 3-4, and end of the year, end of spring, and my friend and they just got an apartment a little bit north of campus, and our friend was going to go drive us over, and we were all sitting there smoking, having a good time, and the Sig boys, they were out there smoking their cigs, and one of our friends, he was like, all right, I got a final to take because it was like one of the last weeks of school. He's like, I got a final to take, whatever. So he started walking off to go to his class, and pulled up in the car. We got into the car and we drove past him, and we seen him walking to the building, to like the science building. And we passed this old car, like beat up old as fuck car. And there's a dude sitting in there. Didn't think anything of it.
Talking like Monte Carlo, like era type shit.
Old car, yeah, probably 60s or 70s car.
Where like the seats are big and leather and the doors are
and it was a two-door car, big boat of a car.
Oh, okay.
And we drove past it. I saw the dude sitting in there. Didn't think anything of it. We're at the light, first car there. Light turns green, and as we're turning into the intersection, making a left down that road, we heard the first shot go off, and then we heard the second shot go off, and we're like, wait, what the fuck? And we turned around, and we was already driving away, and she didn't really like pay attention. She was just going with the flow of traffic, so I didn't really get to see what happened.
Yeah.
And we kept going, and then we heard police sirens, and we're like, what the fuck? So we kept driving, went to the apartment. We saw the text message for the alert saying that there was a shooter on campus and all that shit. It was so scary.
Well, does anybody know the motive? I'm sure if we Googled it.
I'm sure if we Googled it, we can maybe find like, a clip or something from the courtroom or something like that. But I don't remember exactly what the motive was. I think it was just a bizarre scenario. Like, and then so Thomas was walking up the sidewalk there. Dude gets out of the car, takes the shotgun out, turns around and sees Thomas walk into the building. Peppers him once with the shot, falls down. Dude peppers the same area again. Those shots miss. So
did he pull up with like bird shot or something?
No, I don't know if it was buck or bird shot, but from the distance, he probably.
So
he got hit by 3 pellets.
3 pellets
in the shoulder.
Ooh.
So the dude was aimed, and I think aimed too far up, and the pellets went to his left because 3 of them hit his shoulder and his arm. 1 in his arm, 2 in the shoulder. Bam! He fell down on the ground. Dude popped another shot, probably just, in the moment, missed everything.
Yeah.
And missed the second one, went inside, and, students were like, what the fuck? And one of the guys in one of the other dorms, he saw the shooter and ran up to him to stop him, and in the act of doing that, got shot and killed. And then other people were already jumping in to help as well, and they managed to knock the gun out of the dude's hand. So the dude only fired like a couple shots and was immediately like incapacitated or whatever, but he did kill 1 person.
Wow, that sucks.
Yeah, it was really horrible.
I mean, like if you're gonna go out, like male thoughts, like that's the way to go.
Yeah, like
Saving
super
people.
Chad. Like
Yeah.
he didn't even think twice.
What a fucking go.
They say that he just got up and just straight went to get the gun out of the like just went to attack the guy.
Dude, it'd be hard not to pull that dude's gun out and like end him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for
like
sure.
you see someone just pulling up on students.
Mm-hmm.
Like as dumb as college students are, it's
Dude,
like no one deserves
99%
to
of
get killed
no
like
one
that.
deserves that, but 99% of people would have ran
Yeah.
just out of fear. You know, like that's a scary ass situation. I would have ran.
Yeah, no, for
Dude,
sure.
that's I'm not gonna sit here and say that I'm a big macho guy.
Out in the open, I'm running.
I'm running. I'm fucking running.
Like,
Dude.
I mean, obviously, transitional period places like hallways,
Dude,
courtyards, like those are the worst place to be
the
when someone's
worst.
shooting.
It's like wide open.
Yeah, your best bet is like hallways and shit. Like maybe like if I'm trapped in the hallway and I'm like, okay, fuck, it's just me.
I'm gonna run down,
Like-
get as far away from the sounds as possible, and
Yeah.
just get the nearest door and board myself up, or nearest room or something. I don't know.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy.
Yeah, it was horrible.
I mean, at times like that, you're kind of like happy that people have aim. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like it was a miracle that guy didn't hit it. Didn't kill any more people, and it sucks that the student did pass away. It was very unfortunate.
Yeah, I was in. Everybody knows about the Santa Barbara shooting, right?
Oh
The
the incel guy.
yeah, that dude, like he drove like that.
He drove a
It's
BMW or
switched up
something,
because
right?
I like that. I liked that BMW.
Yeah,
Like when I saw it on the news, it's like, oh fuck, I like that.
like that's a
BMW.
nice car.
Like,
you
yeah,
just,
yeah,
you
it's
just objectively, you weren't thinking
Objectively,
like,
it was like maybe a 2013 BMW, like the hard top 335i
Yeah.
convertible though,
Mm-hmm.
with like the little stocky body style. That I really like because like it was just like popped in my head subconsciously.
Right.
But yeah, I was in Santa Barbara. Good thing I wasn't like on the strip where it happened. I was.
But
kind
you were
of, like,
in the area, right?
I was in the area when
That's
it happened.
scary.
And yeah, that dude went crazy because I guess he just wasn't getting.
Just wasn't getting any strange.
He just wasn't getting any some strange puss out there, you know?
Yeah,
like,
he
that's
was
like, can you imagine being that mad? Like, dude, it's not that hard
that desperate.
to talk to like a girl.
It's not that hard just to talk to another guy friend and be like,
Yeah.
"Yo, like this
Bro,
fucking
this
sucks."
bro. Yeah.
How, dude? I just don't understand. I think it's because you and I at least have a good support system with each other, where like we can just say whatever,
Yeah.
and we're just so used to that.
Very true. I guess
you
some
know what I
people
mean?
just genuinely
Not a lot of
don't.
people have that. We can text each other whatever the fuck if we're going through it.
Yeah. Yeah. No facts. But yeah, I don't know if he ended up killing anybody in that one or not. I don't remember. It's so long ago, and like obviously I was a teenager when that
Yeah, I
happened.
don't know
you know?
that story off the top of my
But
head.
like I do remember seeing in the city like the day after, because my dad saw it on the news and my mom was asleep and he didn't want to wake up my mom and fucking get her all worried because my brothers were in the area where the guy's shooting
Oh yeah,
happened.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I guess he actually knocked on the door of a sorority of my neighbor. She went to the college.
No way.
I know in that area it's SPCC and the university one. I forgot what it's called though.
I don't know.
I'm not a college person.
Yeah,
you
I don't
me.
know.
But it was weird to think like I went into the city the next day after they had already taken him down, or whatever. Like you could see certain shops with bullet holes in them, and like he was like driving erratically and like hitting cars and shit.
Oh my god.
But like obviously, good thing he was stopped. I don't recall if anyone was or wasn't shot or
Yeah,
hurt in that
I
one.
don't remember
I'm
that
pretty sure
story.
there was, like
Mhm.
or something. I don't know. But it's just weird to think about that shit.
Yeah,
And
man. People just break, and then for somehow or another they get access to a gun and they just go on a rampage because they're just so mad. Like, it just sucks that for those people in particular, they were so convinced that they didn't have any means of support that was the only option.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that in itself is sad.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know. It's kind of just one of those things where you're just like, you can't understand how someone gets to that point, but also like you're not them. And like
You're not
obviously,
them,
clearly
exactly.
they weren't mentally well.
Yeah. They were
'Cause
not
it's
there.
like, but if you're going to do something like that, just go. Just fucking.
Dude, is it
jump off
that? Is it like, I don't know. I don't want to make light of the situation, but it's really not that bad. Like, you just go beat your meat
Yeah. Or like,
if it's that big of a deal.
and I know the guy had money, and like, I know money isn't everything, but money does help you get laid. But like, also money doesn't make you not a dork, I guess.
Yeah, I think a lot of it, for me at least, like the way I see it is just, one, there's no accountability for like, okay, if you're not socially adept, like you can't talk to people,
Yeah.
like the only way you're gonna fix that is by talking to people. If you're socially awkward or you can't talk to girls or whatever the fuck, like you need to find a way to like break that.
Yeah.
You need to practice it. You can't just like be good at it one
It's
day.
basically just like, what is it called? Exposure therapy or whatever?
Exposure therapy. Yeah.
Like you just kind of.
I don't know. There's no like, okay, I have a problem where I can't communicate effectively with people, and I'm being rejected. I need to work on this problem, and I need to figure out a way to, effectively communicate
Mm-hmm.
with people of the opposite sex, so that maybe I can find a partner. That's pretty logical.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be like you're a piece of shit and you're not going to be able to like get a girl or whatever. There's always a way. There's if you just got to put your mind to it. I think these people just give up.
Yeah. But also, like, it is. He was also much younger, though, I believe.
was,
Obviously, now
yeah.
that it's time passed, was he probably college age? Which, me and you are out of college age unless you're
He
going
must
for
have
your
been like,
master's.
I don't know how old he was, but I'm assuming it was like 19, 20, 21 years old. Like
Yeah, probably.
at that age, like you're still a young person. You have so much potential to like do things and like I
And
don't
even,
know.
like, the young friends that we have, like, from our jobs and shit, you see that young people take everything so, like, the world's ending. And you're just
Yeah, they take it so seriously.
like, bro, it's not. Like, you know what? Something bad comes up, you deal with it. And then the way that life is, something else bad will come up they have to deal with.
Yeah,
Deal with it,
right.
you know? But obviously, like, I can't lie to you. Like, when I was younger and, like, my car would have, like, a problem to break down or something, it'd fucking piss me off and ruin my day.
Yeah.
And make me bitter to other people. Like,
Mhm.
just young people, shit, because you have, like,
Yeah.
what, 3 or 4 grand in your savings account or something, and then, like, 1,400, 1,700 of it's gone just for, like, on some bullshit car repair.
Just
Like,
fixing a car, yeah.
that shit would piss you off, or
Right.
something
And
happens.
I mean, and it's like at that age, you're not emotionally mature. And like, I still have instances where like I can't control my emotions.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? I'm not a perfect human being,
Yeah.
but you have to take some accountability and be like, "Shit, like somewhere down the road, I did something that this other person didn't like or people didn't like. Like,
Yeah.
what can I do to change that? I think this just like when you get to the point where you're blaming everybody else except trying to look inward, then that's
Yeah,
where
that's a
that's
full
where
problem.
that's where the resentment comes from, and then that's where I've read that those types of people, they lash out or they break
Yeah.
mentally because they just can't get that over that cycle of thinking.
When you get stressed out nowadays, like, say you're at work or whatever,
Yeah.
when you are visibly stressed out, do you go, like, take it somewhere else and kind of be like, do the
Yeah,
back or something? Or
I basically just walk. Like if I'm at work and I get pissed off, I'd go step outside for 10 seconds. I hit the vape, curse or whatever and then I just go back in,
Mhm.
and then I just tell myself I'm at my job. I'm on the clock. I'm getting paid to be here, so I got to do this.
was that the case when you were younger too, or were you more like likely to show that you're like, all right, dude?
Oh, I was
Fuck
likely
off.
to. I was very vocal and likely to show it
Uh-huh.
when I was younger, especially as a chef too, because customers aren't looking at you, so you have more leeway with like being expressive.
And no one's gonna rat on you,
Right,
like,
but being a bartender, like I used to really care like about being nice and polite and all that,
Mhm.
but like a lot of people, you're a bartender. Like people give you shit, you give them shit. It's kind of like whatever.
Mhm.
So like if I had a customer that was being annoying and I'm like at the bar, I'm gonna be like, can you please stop? Like, hold on,
yeah,
please give me a sec. Or like
I
if a
think that's
server's
natural,
giving me, or if a server's giving me lip or like something's not working, like I will straight up just in front of all the guests, I'd be like, what the fuck?
no way.
Like I'd straight up like curse. I'd just be in the bar, like
Uh-huh.
tickets coming out the machine, stuff's not working. We're running out of prep, and I just stand there like, dude,
Yeah.
what the fuck is going on? And everyone's looking at me like, what?
I think back then, yeah,
But I just get over it.
back then definitely I was more like likely to show someone that like, yo, dude, like, But nowadays I'm a little more mellow in that sense, unless it's like super busy or something's going on,
Yeah,
where it's like a customer's being absolutely needy, and it's like, dude, you can see that I have other people to take care of,
right.
and like you give them that look, like, hey, I'll get to you in a little bit,
Like,
you give them
come
that
on,
look,
man.
like, come on, what are you, 5?
Yeah,
And if somebody has something to say, I just genuinely don't care anymore,
right.
But like, oh, for sure, like I only really give someone the look if they ask me like a dumb question or something, like really dumb, where it's like, come on, dude, it's too. But other than that, I guess I like, in my older age, I am definitely a little bit
Yeah,
older age, like I'm 80. Fuck.
yeah,
When I'm now, I'm a little older, not like an adolescent.
right.
Definitely a little bit better at managing the stress.
For sure.
Like the other day, one of my coworkers dropped like mustard, and some of it shot up on my pant leg, and I just looked down and I go, well, I gotta wash these now. And personally, I like mustard will stain anything, doesn't matter the color.
Uh-huh.
And I just looked. I was like, oh, gotta wash these. And she thought I was mad at her. She texted her boyfriend that works with us and was like, oh my God, I think Jaden's so mad at me. And then she mentioned something about that to me. I'm like, oh, I didn't I didn't care.
Yeah, I think.
Like I was so busy where I was just like, whatever. Like
Right.
they're my black work jeans. That's why I have specific jeans for work,
Yeah.
She goes, oh my God, I thought you were mad at me. I was like, oh, honestly, when that happened, nothing went through my head. If anything, it kind of made me more relaxed because I was like, I just looked down at it and I was just like,
You see the fucking shit on your pants.
yeah,
like,
it was
come
just
on,
like,
man.
I was just like, I'll figure that out later.
Right.
Like I'm not gonna care. But yeah. I don't know. Obviously, off of this topic of like
Yeah, I mean,
school shooting.
I feel like when I was younger at certain jobs, especially like as a busser, I would get mad when the managers would be like, you need to bus tables faster. I'm like, dude, I'm literally off 60 milligrams of Adderall right now. What the fuck else do you want? I have not eaten in 12 hours. I've had one garlic bread and I'm bussing as fast as I can. You're telling me I'm not bussing fast enough? So I would go back there and like drop the bus tub down hard as fuck. Sometimes they would break the plates on the bottom, and like the managers would be like, and people would be like, all surprised. I'm like,
good for them.
like what else do you want from me? 21 years old, 20 years old, bussing tables, railed off some uppers. I'm going fast as I can.
My favorite part is like one thing, if like any young people hear this that are like working some type of job that you're not staying at, like whether it be restaurant, Home
For
Depot,
sure.
like any retail job, like your managers, no matter how friendly they are and become,
They don't give a fuck.
they don't give a fuck about you.
They don't.
Like I want everyone to know this. Like, don't go above and beyond. Don't like do your job, do it well. I guess collect your money and then kind of just dip.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when you're doing favors for managers or this and that and the other, dude, they genuinely don't care about it. Like you could literally pass away in the middle of the night, not come in the next day, and their biggest concern would be who's covering that shift.
Exactly.
No matter what it is.
Right.
No, they don't care about
They'd
you.
probably text you
Yeah.
after you've passed and been like, are you coming into your shift?
Yeah, bro. We're gonna have to drop you. Like, no,
Hey.
who gives a fuck?
You're in heaven, like, bro, I'm fucking dead.
Yeah, bro. Like, we don't get self-service up here.
Yeah. Oh my God. No, I mean,
Like, I remember a coworker once. It was like, I don't know. It was like a holiday or something. I think it was Mother's Day. She worked in the morning with me, and they asked her to stay. Now she's 22, 23ish, and I didn't know it was her first job till I asked her a couple weeks ago. Like this is way back Mother's Day, but I just recently found out like how old she was and that it was her first job because she went to college, did the college route, like
Oh,
a couple
okay.
years in college. So like you get to your
Right.
first job kind of late,
yeah.
which I thought I got to my first job kind of late at like what, 18, 19. And I was like, "That was your first job?" And she goes, "Yeah." So to me, it clicked. That makes sense for her. We had gotten off, and then they asked me to do a double on Mother's Day. I was like, "No, bro, I got a mom.
Yeah. What the fuck?
I'm not here to hang out and serve everybody else's moms. Maybe I want to spend some time with my mom,
Sure.
And then they asked her, and she said yes. And I looked up. We were sitting there, and I was like, "Why'd you say yes to that?" And she goes, "They look like they needed help here, so I'm staying." And I'm like, "Noble, but no one's gonna give a fuck.
I mean, yeah.
Like your managers aren't gonna be like, 'Good job, dude.' Like
you're not going to get a raise for
thing.
staying.
You're not getting a raise, like, or like if you are, at least bargain free meals, bargain gift card, bargain something,
Yeah. Tell them, like, if I stay,
Press 'em.
I'm going to get a free meal. They're like, all right, bet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or
Then now you got something free out of it.
yeah. Plus, because it's like working, whatever tips you're gonna get, it's still not worth it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It was just one of those things where I'm just like, people need to know this. Like, I feel like people don't talk about it enough, and I feel like people, like older generations, were so loyal to their jobs, but that's because their jobs gave them things like medical. Dental.
They made enough to live, actually.
Yeah.
So they gave a fuck about the job.
Yeah.
These
Nowadays,
jobs don't even, you can work 3 jobs and not even make enough to live in some places.
Yeah. Well, what is it in San Diego? It's to live comfortably, you have to make like 120, 130,000 a year.
Yeah. It went up from 100K.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy.
Because before it was like you needed 90, at the very least 90K to live at least decently comfortably. And that was like not even that long ago. Now it's like you need at least 150K
Unless
a year.
you're absolutely killing it in San Diego now in this generation, like we're the generation of where you have to get used to living with people.
Yeah.
Like back in the day, it was like, damn, look at that loser over there. He's got roommates at 40 or whatever. Like obviously, like
yeah,
I'm exaggerating
for sure.
but like now it's like anyone that I see that lives in a nice area, they all have roommates. Like
Yeah. A lot of people I know have roommates.
even old girl. Is that screaming the cat?
Yeah, the cat's screaming.
Oh my god, that scared me, dude. I thought we were getting like murdered.
Hi, kitty. What do you want?
You want to join the pod? Even old girl in North Park with the husky, she lives in a nice area, but she got roommates,
Yeah.
I mean, obviously I don't know what she does.
You want to go outside?
She looks so angry. Come here. All right, whatever.
She's fucking pissed.
I'll f*** myself.
She's going to keep screaming. Here, I'm going to go feed the cat, and we'll be right back.
All
All
right,
right.
we're
We're back. But yeah, dude, the cat just came in screaming at me. She woke up from a nap, pissed.
Arguably, she's cute while she did it, so it's kind of fine.
Yeah, she's sitting out there, little butthole.
Oh my god, her little ears from behind are hilarious.
Yeah.
But just to throw out a disclaimer for earlier part in the pod, obviously, if school shootings and stuff like that are a little sore spot for you, then we recommend skipping
Yeah,
that
yeah.
part.
We like dove in so fucking heavy,
Yeah,
like
that was crazy.
immediately.
But also, like, any of the giggles or chuckles or anything, clearly we're not making light of any situations. We're just
Right.
two dudes talking
Yeah.
on a couch with a screaming cat.
Well, what the fuck else is going on, man? What's going on in your world?
Shit. Just, trying to save money and keep on keeping on. That's pretty much it. I'm thinking about. I put up my medium format camera for sale, the one I just bought for
No
my birthday last
way.
month. Yeah.
You did?
Because the camera's fantastic. If it doesn't sell, it doesn't sell. The camera's fantastic. I love it. It's mechanically sound. But just the thought of that, like each shot is like $4, and it only comes with 8 shots essentially per roll.
Yeah.
Because it's like say you spend anywhere from like $12 to $15 on a roll of film, plus $20 to develop. That's gonna eat.
Yeah.
So if I do sell this one, I'm just gonna buy a smaller version of a medium format camera where it gets 15 shots.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, I'll be cutting resolution technically, but also if I really want resolution, I'll just use my like really like fancy digital camera that I have. But yeah, there's this one camera that I want. I think it'll be like the last 35 millimeter camera I'll buy for a long while, so I'm able to save more money and just do my thing. It's called the Nikon F3, or no, is it the F3 or F2? I think it's the F3, and they're built to last forever. So like professionals will use those and not like CLA them, which is like basically clean lube adjust.
Trying to make me come, dude?
Yeah, trying to make me come, dude.
Bringing lube into the story.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So you don't have to like have them maintained or anything for a while, and like they apparently last forever. So I think I'm gonna buy one of those, maybe a couple good lenses, because the current film cameras I have right now are built like regular DSLRs. Like you saw them, they're pretty big, right?
Yeah, they're huge.
Yeah, so it's like I want something a little more small and streamlined, something that I could maybe even keep around my neck on a day to day, like be that fucking douche.
Yeah.
The typical photographer looking douchebag.
Right.
And I think that's the camera to do it. Just get decently nice film stocks and only stick with that.
Nice.
Well,
good luck on your sale, man.
Yeah, hopefully it sells, and if it doesn't, then like I've already paid off the camera anyways.
Yeah, so you just hold on to it.
Just hold on to it till somebody one day wants a trade or
something. You never know.
Yeah, you never know. Or
you may just find a roll that you want to shoot, and you're just like, all right, fuck it, like I got this roll. I'm just take some pictures real quick, and now you got a couple medium format photos.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's beautiful. Oh, guess what?
You
know that second Instagram that I have that used to be like that liminal one?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I rebranded that one completely. You're the only person that knows right now.
Oh, really?
It's called Jaden C41, which C41 is the developing that like most film stocks use.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So I was like, something that's like could be me, but not,
You just
but
be
also
posting.
like, yeah, because I'm just started posting on that.
That's dope, dude.
So it's like film only. Obviously the C41, so like any photographers can see that, like, oh,
right.
And then I just wanted my name just in case like that Instagram ends up doing well,
Right.
But it's really weird because I've been meaning to talk to you about this. It's like dead in the water.
Yeah, a lot of accounts that I've tried to build on the side, it's pretty hard. Like even my art one, I think I've got like 80 something posts on it now, and it's like even with me blasting it on my main account, like it just does not get a lot of traction.
Yeah, dude, no, I haven't looked at any analytics, but it'll literally, I'll do all the same hashtags that I'll do on my main Instagram, and like still there's like not one like. I mean, like, I don't give a fuck if like people are liking it,
Yeah.
It's just that maybe if someone comes across the work and goes, oh, I like that,
Yeah,
like,
I think it's just I think it's harder for photography. Yeah.
Here, you can scroll through them.
Let me see.
There's only 4 posts on it.
Yeah, I think it's just harder for like.
But like what I'm saying is like
blast off.
No likes though, like at all. Like I'm not saying likes fuel me, but like obviously that could be seen by nobody. But it's like the same hashtags. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean you have to think like anytime a new fresh account is made and the algorithm doesn't know what to do with it, like it doesn't have a lot of data as to like how you've been using the account. And when the account dies and there's no activity on it, like
they probably think it's just like a bot account, right?
Yeah, so it's not gonna like push it. But if you actively use it and like you be consistently posting on it, like at least once a month or something like that, then I mean, if you're liking posts on there and like kind of curating the algo to what you like, then maybe it'll circulate your stuff more once it figures out kind of like, okay, this is the type of consistently using these tags, it's these types of
Hmm.
photos, whatever, we'll push it under these types of things more. It
Yeah.
just takes time. Like some of my pixel art stuff like does really well on Instagram, and really well means like 20 likes or something like that. Other
Hmm.
times, it gets like 7 likes. It's like, okay, well, some people see it, some people don't.
Yeah. See, at least you know people are seeing it. Like for me, like I said, it's okay if like I get 1 or 2 likes because it's a spot where I can just straight up just post photos that like I don't normally post.
Yeah.
Because it's like I do really hate that whole like bangers only type of Instagram.
Mhm.
Like, oh, I gotta fucking post the best photo every time. Like, no,
Right.
bro. I want to post the mundane stuff. Because I personally I like the mundane photos. Like if somebody takes a photo of like a vintage looking chair next to a vase that has like a dead rose in it and the lighting's decently good, like that shit to me is like, ah, that's nice.
Right.
Rather than some dude at the top of some mountain taking pictures in the snow or something crazy. Something that like awesome,
Right.
but it's like that should be awesome.
I think the other thing that I think about too is like how I personally interact with smaller accounts. I
Hmm.
think like if I'm trolling through like a certain tag or like a whatever, and I'm like looking at posts, I like to click on like a lot of accounts that I scroll past. Like if I see
Hmm.
the profile picture and I like the profile picture, that's the first hook for me.
Hmm.
So like the post is, if the post is mid or whatever, like I'll look at the profile picture, and if it looks pretty interesting, then like I'll click on it. And then I go through the profile and like look through all the stuff, and I may or may not like anything. I may just look at the account and not like a single photo, and then just go back to doing my thing. But that's probably what other people are doing too,
Yeah.
They probably are not used to seeing your account, and they're like, "What is this?" They see it and they're like, "Okay, whatever, I'm moving on."
I think lurking is definitely okay. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
that's just how it is.
right.
Like on a photography first Instagram, would you have a picture of yourself or would you just have like a default Avi? Like that rose photo, like obviously it's one of my first, it's literally from a first roll of film that I ever
Yeah,
took.
if I had an actual photography page and it was like only film or whatever, and
Hmm.
like it had my name in it, um, I would either pick like a really dark photo so you can't really tell that it's me, like a silhouette type photo,
Hmm.
or like a nice film portrait photo so that people know like, oh, like that's what this person looks like. But a lot of times like I don't really care what the person looks like.
Yeah. I
Like
kind
I
of
have
like that.
no need to see their face or anything like that. Like I'm in it just, if I hit an account and they have like a random profile picture that I like, to me it doesn't even matter. I'm not looking for a person
Yeah.
for a, selfie or whatever. Like I just want to see, what are they making?
Yeah.
Am I going to like something that they're making? And if I do, then I like it. If not, then I just keep going.
And I don't really want to post, like, I don't really want to link my 2 accounts. Like if you find this when you find it, but do you think maybe even to get the ball rolling, I should like maybe repost some of the photos on my main? Because like I don't plan on following like anyone back unless it's someone like that's in the photography community. Like,
Right.
I don't
I
know,
mean,
someone big.
it depends. I think, like, let's say you made, like, you posted, like a throwaway photo on that account or whatever, and it
Hmm.
was like a nice one. You just wanted to put it up for aesthetic reasons.
Yeah.
Let's say you shared that photo on your story on your main account, and you're like, oh, throwaway photo, but like that's all you said. And you just like put the picture up with no description, nothing.
Hmm.
I mean, sometimes people see the story and they're like, throwaway photo, like what does that mean? Oh, it's like a link to another post. And then they click on it, right? They go and see the account and they're like, whoa, these are actually like kind of good. What do you mean they're throwaway photos? And I don't know, you maybe
Hmm.
like hook in a couple people to like see them. But I think when an account dies and you like don't use it much and you try to revive it, like you have to try extra hard to
Yeah.
to be recognized.
Like I think my last post for this one was a day ago.
Okay.
So like, cause I have a massive catalog, and I'm talking massive, cause you know me, when I dove into film photography, I went hard.
Yeah, you have a lot of stuff.
I have probably shot like 30 rolls of film
Wow.
in like a couple months,
Mm-hmm.
which is kind of insane, and obviously, thankfully, I don't have the money to keep shooting film, but I had the money at that time to be able to be like, okay,
I'll just pay for it.
I'll buy cheap rolls of film. I bought a camera where like I technically don't have the error rolls. Like
Right.
people like when they first shoot film, they're like, oh, it's black, or it's all white,
Mhm.
or botch the exposure on this. Me, I bought like a camera where I'm like, all right, I want to hit the ground running. I don't want to have to learn the growing pains.
Right.
I would rather go get to something advanced and then like reduce myself to something a little more mechanical or
Mhm.
this, that, and the other, because I'll already know the art.
Kind of
of it.
just like ease yourself into it, but still like being able to start off pretty strong instead of like
Yes.
having to deal with all the BS of learning how to use the camera.
Yes, exactly. So that's what I did. And I just, I would rather post them one by one to give them their own standout on that account. but like probably post like maybe even twice a day sometimes.
Right.
But just like keep going, you know?
Yeah, it's just different. Like I feel like Instagram is really good. The stuff that's the easiest to push obviously is like memes. Like because
For
they're
sure.
so universal, so
Yeah.
like everyone's just going to laugh at a meme.
Yeah. And
so
you
like
can copy and paste for like any community.
and nobody cares.
Yeah.
So it's like when you're posting, photography or like something really niche like film photography, like very specific,
Mm-hmm.
just keep in mind that it's going to take longer for people to recognize that versus,
Oh, for sure.
something that you're hitting a wider audience.
Yeah.
But I think it's more satisfying if you do your own thing and you have your own unique stuff that you post immediately,
Mm-hmm.
so that when people see it, they're like, okay, this person like posts exactly like they want to post,
Yeah.
and they're not like trying to copy someone else's account. So I'm more likely to maybe look up their username again and like check out their thing if they're not following you, or maybe
Yeah.
they'll just drop a follow because they figure, "F it, like I just like the way this guy takes photos."
Yeah, and that's what I want to do. It's literally just photography first. Like I don't really even want to do like what are they like called reels?
Mm-hmm.
Don't want to do any of those.
Yeah, no, you don't. I mean, you don't have to, and unfortunately, the way the game is now on
It's all
those,
video.
yeah, it's all video on those things. Like that's
May-
what's gonna get the views.
Maybe if it's something very simple like like you know how I told you about the waist level viewfinders, you look down into the glass and like you see what the glass sees.
Right.
So it's like a like you know.
Yeah, maybe if you do a video like of
Of
that.
that, and then like you see something cool, and then maybe you see the photo after, maybe you don't. You know, I think those are satisfying and cool because they're like to me, it's peaceful and beautiful to actually look through the see
Right,
what the
but
camera
it's
sees.
not the like lowbrow effort. Like
Yeah, it's not like the add this viral sound to your thing. Like remember when we were talking about how
or the stitching where people like just be pointing up like
yeah.
without saying anything.
Yeah,
like,
dude, it's like how is that?
dude,
That's so lazy.
you're so lazy.
Like that's why I was talking about. Like, you know how you hated like the grimace trend,
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
did not like that.
but like to me that was the most creative trend that's been out in probably the past like since the short term content boom,
Right,
which it's like what 2020 and on,
right.
because that's when everybody's
I have to
attention
admit
spans got fucked.
it was a very interesting marketing scheme, and it did hook a lot of people into doing it.
Yeah.
So like I'll give them points for the creativity, and
Because you never knew where the video was gonna go.
you never knew where it was gonna go. So like I give them points on creativity.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. I just didn't get it. Like I'm an outlier. Like the ads aren't gonna work on everybody.
Yeah, but I don't think it was much of an ad. Like I guess you could kind of say it did give it more publicity, but I think McDonald's themselves was like, we don't get this.
Right. And I think also it was like their target audience, I think, was younger people because they're more likely to be like, let's participate in this challenge because it's funny to them.
Yeah.
And for me, it's like I'm sitting at home not giving a fuck.
Yeah. Like I didn't go buy a shake.
But I will
didn't
give them credit for it. Like it was a creative way of like getting people to see it and to
Yeah.
like participate in something.
I definitely think it was something that happened outside of McDonald's itself that like
I don't think they expected it to be like that.
I don't think McDonald's dropped it and thought the public was going to do anything with it.
Right.
I think it was just the public doing it because it was like so shock value.
Mm-hmm.
And then it became the trend, which was, it was funny. Like the first one that I saw was like, I would say it's like that old lady with the really short hair and she cooks.
Yeah.
The first one I saw was hers and I was like,
With
what
the glasses, right?
Yes, her.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck did she just do? And like, it was funny. I was like, damn, there's no way she did this. And then like, obviously you started seeing them. Then I was like, oh, okay, I get it. You know?
Right.
'Cause you got to know, I deleted my TikTok, so I'm not like on the trends as they came, you know, which I'm much happier than I'm not on TikTok.
For
'Cause,
real.
Like,
Yeah.
it's just like brain fry the whole time, you know? But I did enjoy it just because like you never knew where it was going to go. And of course, like the Instagram did their own version where she's like out here showing her ass, like something happens, you're like, okay, we knew that this was gonna get there, you know. But it was interesting to see like certain ones where like the guy would wake up in the dungeon, he's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Some of them were scary. You're like, oh my god.
One of the creative ones that I was like, okay, that one's not so bad, was the playground one, where like those guys, it was like a bunch of dudes, and they like were all hanging out drinking the shakes, and then they were like sprawled out on the playground, all fucked up, and I was like, okay, like I can see how that is kind of funny, but like I just was like, what the hell, man? Like I think I was more confused by it because I didn't expect it to be like that.
Yeah.
And so I just didn't register in my brain right away.
Yeah. I'm sure they sold a lot of those too, like more than they normally did. But I mean, obviously it didn't stick around. I think it was more of a smoothie. I don't even think it was a shake or whatever.
I don't even know what
But
it
I
was.
mean, that was still funny though. I was like, to me, am I gonna like ride for this or whatever, you know? But no, I liked it because it showed the most creativity, that rather than just stitching the same sound and then like tweaking it, and then everyone goes,
that was one of the better.
That was like ours, and then
Right.
they go, like insert photographers here, insert car dudes, or insert tattoo artists, or insert, where like then it hits the target audience and everyone's like, that's us, Like that one was like, okay, you actually had to be creative for that one,
Right.
and that's why I did enjoy that one, just
Yeah.
for the
I
sole
can see
purpose.
that. I can see that.
Because obviously, me and you are into creating content,
Yeah.
Like yours is art and content, and mine's just like photography and content,
Mm-hmm.
So from a content creator's perspective, that's why I thought that one was good.
Yeah.
Not that I was like,
Definitely one of the
Okay.
better challenges, and less like publicly menacing challenges too.
yeah,
Because like, okay, like you made a little bit of a mess, whatever, but it was still kind of funny.
yeah,
The other one's like one of the worst ones was the Tide Pod challenge, where they ate the Tide Pods.
yeah. That's awful.
Dude, is so bad.
I mean, good thing I don't think Tide Pod. Not this is like I'm f***ing out here riding for whoever makes Tide Pods. Was it Johnson & Johnson or something?
I don't know.
Who knows? I don't think it's them actually. I forgot who it is, but it's like it's not like I'm out here riding for them. But like, that's crazy. Like, why would you want to put laundry detergent in your mouth? I mean, does it low key look fun to just bite that and pop it? Yes.
It looks okay. It looks like a candy, does it? Yes, it does.
Yeah,
it
those are
for
awesome
sure
little-
looks like a candy, but I've never been. I mean, I'm an adult, so I know better. But like, I see a Tide Pod, and I'm like, I'm not gonna eat that.
Yeah.
Like, I did never had the thought of like, I'm fighting my demons because I'm like almost at the verge of eating it.
Yeah.
I've never been at that point in my
Do you
life.
ever wonder how Tide Pods like? When you first get them, they're like really like thick and fluffy, kind of. Like
yeah,
you
they're
can feel
like
the pressure.
Yeah, they're like little
But
pouches, like
what-
full to the max.
Yeah, but then as they age a little bit, once you get to the bottom, like I personally use Tide Pods, like for all my laundry. I use
Okay.
like the one that's scentless, just
Yeah,
'cause I
okay.
don't like perfume in clothes.
Right.
But once you get down to like the lower one, you can feel that they feel like like a helium balloon slightly deflates.
Yeah, I don't know.
It doesn't have the bounce back. But I personally wash my hands after handling them, just because I'm weird. I can't imagine putting one in my mouth.
No, dude, so bad.
But also, like, I would assume it's just like a big gusher that just doesn't taste good.
Fuck, dude. And then like, just imagine the pressure of that like gusher sensation, like, but it forcibly goes down your like. There's no chance to like close your throat and stop it from swallowing it. It like just goes down because it's like the pressure was so high in there. That's bad,
What do
dude.
you think happens? You just fart bubbles?
Fart bubbles, dude. Is you're ingesting detergent. Like,
Yeah,
it's,
what do you
it's
think?
gonna like
Shut down your
fry
organs?
your insides and shit.
I don't think they're toxic, but they just
They
I
are
think,
toxic.
I think I remember them releasing a statement saying like these aren't toxic, but don't eat them, please. Let me look it up.
I want to say they're toxic, at least slightly,
Tide
dude.
Pods toxic.
In what world do you just pop a Tide Pod? You're like,
By accidentally squeezing or placing a pod in your mouth, children sustain a wide range of symptoms, including eye irritation, pain, rashes, nausea, vomiting, coughing, choking, fast or labored breathing, drowsiness, lethargy, seizures, and even death. Oh wow, they are.
dude, I'm telling you, you're ingesting you're ingesting
yeah.
detergent, bro.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, for sure. But I just feel like I don't know why I felt like I feel like they dropped something. Yeah. Obviously, these are bad. But, like, I thought it was one of those things where it's like if you eat a crayon. Like, if you eat crayons or glue, they're non-toxic.
Yeah.
But clearly, it's like, don't fucking eat crayons
yeah,
or
well,
glue.
crayons are made for children.
That is very true. Have you ever tasted, speaking of things that aren't supposed to go in your mouth, you know how the Nintendo Switch games have that layer stuff on it?
What do you mean?
That when you put it in your mouth, it's sour?
What? What are you talking about?
Wait,
dude?
you never heard of this? God, this feels like one of those stupid
Dude, you're a
Instagram.
literal crackhead. What are you talking about?
you
You're
ever-
talking about the cellophane that they wrap the games in?
No. It's like the plastic that they make with the Switch games. You know how they're like they basically look like little SD cards, maybe a little more like friendly looking.
Okay, yeah.
Well, they're made to taste bad, so that when little kids put them in their mouth, it's so bad that they spit it out.
Really?
Yes. So
What?
I know my dad had.
Since when did they put flavor in games?
Honestly, I don't know. Probably 2020.
Sour
When
flavored
everybody was
games?
getting bored at home, so they're sticking their mouth on everything.
Dude.
Okay, so they put it's made with some type of chemical or whatever.
Okay.
It's to make kids like it tastes like bad, like sour bad.
Yeah.
Like it tastes like battery acid. And so like obviously you spit it out, so like you don't have like kids choking on
The
Nintendo
urge
games.
to eat them,
And then
yeah.
Nintendo goes, oh, fuck, we're in a big
Oh,
lawsuit.
and then they catch a lawsuit.
So I remember there were for some reason my dad had one in his room. I think it was from like the era that I had a Switch or something. I don't know where it was from.
Yeah.
And then I looked at it and I was like, I wonder if that thing is true. So I took it, put it on my tongue, and it tastes terrible.
Ew, dude.
It's super funny because it's one of those things where it's like my reptile brain is like,
Lick it.
do it.
You sick fuck.
Among other things that I've done in the past, I was just like, do it. But at least like this time, it's not like something bad. Let me look it up.
You're not like actually ingesting it.
Nintendo Switch. What would you call it? Nintendo Switch
Game cartridge.
game.
Because they're like mini cartridges. Carts.
Look it up.
Like a weed cart.
The cartridges for the Nintendo Switch console taste foul because of a bittering agent intended to prevent them from being accidentally swallowed.
There you go.
And a thin layer of a compound called, I'm not going to try to pronounce that, known in the science world as the worst tasting compounds on the planet. I'm sure you could. Here, let me highlight it and I'm going to have you read it.
Let me see.
I know you're smart.
Denatonium benzoate.
Yes, I knew you'd get that one.
Yeah, the E is
See,
silent.
I would have said benzoate.
Benzoate.
Benzo. See? Now, next time you see a Switch, I fucking want you to lick it, and then you better text me.
Ew, no, dude.
No, bro, you gotta
I'm
try
not gonna do that.
You gotta try it. Unless it's covered in like shit or something.
Okay, I'll try it.
Yeah. Do you have
I'll
any
let
around?
you know. If I ever see one of the games, I'll just take one from my girlfriend. I'll fucking lick it.
Yeah. Let me wash it off first.
Yeah, I'll wash it off.
I
Yeah.
was gonna say, never know what people are touching.
Yeah, I don't know how dirty their hands are.
Scratch her ass crack, and then she goes and puts it in the end. And then 2 days later, you go.
Bruh, no. Wake up with the fat herp on my lip. Like, how the did this happen, dude?
You wake up with fucking double pink eye.
Ew, dude. Get out of here.
But yeah, next time I try it. It was just one of those things that I just had. I was like, fuck it, I'll try it.
Yeah.
But like, that's crazy, wicked smart, dude. Like,
Yeah, to keep kids from choking on that.
think about it. As an adult, something tastes bad, but as a little kid, you're looking for like,
you put anything in your
like
mouth.
yeah, normal. Like, say it was like just a regular little piece of plastic, which
Or
is
a Lego.
fucking scary. Yeah,
Or a Lego.
Legos don't taste like anything, so you could probably leave that in your mouth all day and
Sure.
then eventually choke on it.
Right.
But if you know that benzo thing or whatever is gonna be like tasting like bad, as a little kid, you're spitting that shit out
Immediately.
Like, I thought that was crazy smart.
Yeah. Dude, speaking of pink eye, this is fun. This is fucking awesome.
Okay.
Well, not awesome. It's funny. There was this girl. She was on a podcast or something. I don't know who she is. But she basically hooked up with a basketball player when they came and played in her town or wherever she's from. And so she hung out with dude, and dude was like, yeah, you want to come with me to my hotel, whatever. Took her up to the hotel. She was like, they didn't even have sex. Like, they didn't even do anything. The only thing that he wanted her to do was for her to eat his ass. So she ate the shit out of this guy's ass. Like, she just ate it all night. They slept together.
Like, are we talking literally ate shit out of his ass? Or
No,
it
not
just
literally.
Just gobbled on it.
She just gobbled on it.
Yeah, okay.
That jungle bridge was slippery, bro.
Okay.
And woke up the next day. Dude, like, wasn't paying attention. Just got dressed, apparently, and left because he had to leave. And he was like, you can just order room service.
Yeah, do
whatever.
your thing.
Do your thing. The checkout's not until later, so you're good.
And then he goes, this wasn't me on this credit card
No,
statement.
bro.
That was
No, bro. She said she went into the bathroom, turned on the lights, and had double pink eye.
Bro, that's what you get. You get filthy results from doing filthy things. Can you imagine? Like, it doesn't matter who they are. Like, you get called up and you're like, yeah,
but
I'm
how
gonna
do
go
you
ahead
eat
and
ass, like, to the point where you got the juices in your eye?
that just means that person, the
You're
dude.
like, he was in there, dude. Or dude's ass was just not
That means
clean.
dude wasn't clean and she was over here like sneezing in it and then like still like hopping in it. Like,
He was in
that's
there
crazy.
experiencing a Vietnam.
Yeah.
In the swamps, bro.
She was literally swamping forest with her tongue.
Yeah, chest deep in swamp water.
That's so gross. And like the thing is, like, if you pull up and do something foul like that to like another human being,
Dude,
like,
you're
expect
asking for
something
it.
weird.
You're
Yeah.
asking for
expect
that.
something weird for
Yeah.
sure. But I mean, that's not to say some famous girl calls me up and like I'm not gonna be there doing unholy things.
Hey, man.
Name a celebrity. I'll tell you if I'm there.
Any of them. Selma Hayek.
Yeah. Obviously, yeah. I had to think about who that was for a second, but yeah, for sure.
You're
Even if it's like a C-list celebrity or something, like Sydney Sweeney, call me up, I'm there.
Bro, you're a single dude. If any hot woman walked up to you and was like, I want to eat your ass, or I'll eat your ass if you ask me to, I mean, you'd probably say yes.
If it was that blunt, no, because I believe in the whole like,
well, no,
if something's too good to be true,
you know
I'm
what I
out.
mean.
You know what I mean?
Not that blunt. You know what I mean? But like, you went back and did your business, and like that was something that happened. Like
Yeah, like if Emily Ratajkowski pulled up on me and was like, "Yo, I'm staying at the Ritz Carlton." Not saying we have one in here in San Diego. I don't think we
right.
do.
Come
Or
to
at
my
the Four
room.
Seasons.
Come to my room and have a good time. And let's say during that time you got your ass ate. Okay,
Hey,
dude, you give her pink eye and leave, bro.
Holy shit! Oh, dude, I'd be
That's
you
fucked up.
know I'd be texting you immediately.
Oh yeah, I'd be in there.
Like, dude, guess where I'm at?
Dude, I'd put my readers on.
Yeah. You do the thing where you're.
I had the
reading
glasses on the edge of my
on
nose.
the edge of your nose.
Like phone out, like tongue kind of out.
Yeah. But
Like
you have the
like
vape
my
still
dad.
like kind of hanging off
vape
your
hanging
lip.
out my mouth, like my dad, like he's reading the paper on Sunday morning.
Yeah. Like, oh,
Leaned back.
Cheryl, you see what happened in the.
It's like my eyes aren't what they used to be. Trying to read your text message.
No, yeah, I see what you mean, but also like I feel like a girl pulling up to do that to a dude. That's crazy.
That's wild.
Whereas like
But dude asked her and she was willing.
yeah, of course. I feel like
He's a basketball player.
yeah, was he like NBA?
Yeah, he's an NBA player.
He's NBA. Okay, yeah, of course.
He was on like one of those teams. She just didn't specify what team, so people in the comments were just like trying to guess who it was.
Dude, those basketball players be wilding out.
Yeah.
Like,
dude, they do all sorts of weird.
Yeah.
So who knows?
Yeah, no. I mean, I guess I get it. Like, if a celebrity or someone of high caliber gives you a chance,
you're gonna go for it.
Yeah, for sure.
But to get pink eye as a result, that sucks.
Like, okay, that's wild. Like, that's
like, dude, you got a battle scar as proof.
Yeah, dude, that's so gross. That means like literal fecal matter is.
The actual poop got into your eye. Like,
and it was enough for
a real particle.
Yeah.
Was big enough to infect your eye.
And it was like enough to where your body lost that like initial like
battle. Lost the battle, bro. Like it's the Civil War.
Yeah. Like,
it's like a bunch of germs lined up, like
in red coats firing.
Red coats. We just got decimated by cannonballs. It's like the poop one.
Dude, but no, that's one of those things where it's like
it's horrible.
You know how like right now people are kind of getting the sniffles, like they're like partially sick.
Oh yeah.
Like that happened to me a couple nights ago. Remember we were playing Xbox and I got off kind of early because I was feeling a little sick, and then boom, went to sleep, and I won that tiny little battle where your body feels kind of like
and then you just feel okay.
Woke up, won that battle, Whereas like I see like that's happening a lot. Like wasn't feeling too good the other day.
Yeah,
he seems like he's normal again.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just one of those things where like you get kind of sick. So you kind of won the battle. You didn't get fully sick.
Yeah.
But like her eyes,
pink eye, dude, they got a foothold on your land,
dude.
On your turf, bro.
They established bases.
They're on there.
And the thing is, pink eye is like it's really itchy and it hurts. Like
dude, it sucks, and it's not even like just kids get it because the kids are dirty or whatever, and they touching everything. It's like
kid touches your fucking
bro.
face.
If you get it as an adult, that's
you smoked. Yeah,
dude.
Although I will say, all my years like dating girls, I never got pink eye from like
really
nefarious activities.
Interesting. I got it once after playing at a McDonald's play place.
Oh.
I would think I was like 5 or 6 years old.
To be honest with you, you know what I have? I have the bottle of the stuff that I used in my nightstand if I ever have to like go and find it again. Like if I ever like say you ever get pink eye, you go to the doctor and be like, dude, give me this because this shit works. I have that bottle saved in my nightstand. So that like
That's
I know
crazy.
It's like a slight steroid.
You got it on you.
Oh, dude, I got not that I'm gonna use that bottle because obviously that shit's expired and fucked.
Yeah.
But I'm like, give me whatever this fucking says because it works. I have that because the one time I got it, it was fucking terrible.
Ew, dude.
It was horrible.
Well, I think. Oh, well, how long ago was it? Because I'm trying to think of who it is.
2018 or 2019, but. It had nothing. It had nothing to do with the significant other.
Oh, so it wasn't them.
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
It had nothing to do with a significant. I forgot how we got it. I forgot what it was.
Dude, you just put in your eye.
No, because it's contagious. Like if someone else has been, like if I had pink eye right now, I fucking rub my eye and put my finger like held you down, put your little eye on it. Like you would get it. Like isn't that crazy? Like you can get pink eye from like pillowcases and shit. Like if someone else has it.
Ew, bro.
I'm pretty sure it's spreadable.
Ew. Imagine you slept at someone's house, they had pink eye and didn't know it, and then you rolled your face in their pillowcase and got it too.
Let me look it up. It's
like
pink.
Fucking poop particles everywhere, microscopically invading your eye.
Let me see this.
Horrible.
Viral bacterial conjunctivitis pink eye are very contagious. They can spread easily from person to person. You can greatly reduce the risk of conjunctivitis or spreading it to someone else by following the simple steps for good hygiene. Yeah. So like if I had it right now and I held you down and gave you a butterfly kiss, like
Holy
you'd probably
dude.
be
You trying to make me come, bro?
Imagine that, me holding you down, like,
Dude.
like literally no one would stop me. Right
If you did that to he would come.
now. Yeah. He'd probably have a good time.
He would have a good time.
He'd have a good day.
He'd ask for more.
He'd have a good ass.
He'd tell us to do the other eye.
Yeah, do the yeah. Get back here. Why?
Do the other one.
Do the other one.
He's all like a muscular, you know?
Yeah.
So his veins popping out and shit. Jesus.
Yeah. No, that's
Oh,
funny.
fuck. That's so good.
But yeah,
Well,
how do we get onto the pink eye subject?
I have no.
the
The girl. Old girl was she hooked up with
an NBA player.
basketball player. Yeah,
That's wild. Though. I don't feel like
dirty basketball player.
okay. So
This
in
was
this,
after a game, I think.
ew.
So imagine like Jungle Bridge after a basketball
There's
game.
no way that dude didn't shower.
Bruh.
Like, as a human being, wouldn't you feel like a fucking weirdo? Not like asking someone for that type of service, and you know you're dirty.
Yeah, but dude.
But you know she's probably like, even if it did smell bad, she was in there like swimwear because it was
Yes,
like, this
dude.
is her moment.
Because you know our tall and brown, handsome.
Keep going.
Tall, handsome.
Well, we got to bleep.
I'm just
that
gonna
out.
bleep his name out.
We got to bleep out the place.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I'm gonna go back and bleep out the other shit. See what I mean, guys? You guys listening? I'm fucking dumb. So you're gonna hear a bunch of bleeps here because future me is gonna go through this and edit it out. So thanks, future me, for bleeping out names. But anyways, he was telling me, he was like, yeah, he had a girl once that he hooked up with a couple times in high school, and it was after football games, and she specifically requested that he do not shower because she liked the musk on his.
Bro, but how do you discover that you like musk at such an early age, though?
Like that's demonic, bro.
like slight musk and stuff. That like obviously now that you get older, you're like, okay.
It's like
You know?
whatever.
You know?
Like an evil villain
Yeah,
with your monocle on.
And just like the mustache, that
Long
comes
ass
out.
cigarette.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the long cigarette, but it's like connected to that stick.
Yeah, it's got the holder, the mouthpiece.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The film is here.
I'm,
But like,
I'm sick in the head, dude.
at least I didn't know I enjoyed a little bit of like, a little bit of like as you got like a little bit older, you know.
It's
But
like-
like, for her to know
I always
that,
thought it was an acquired taste, but dude, to know that early and then for him to have that experience,
Oof.
dude, it was shattered my world.
His little stories are funny because he'll tell you like he'll like be so still like a statue and then be like, bro.
Dude, and he'll just
And
tell
he'll
you
give
like
you that stupid little shitting grin. You're like, okay, it's gonna be funny.
it's gonna be a good one. Yeah, he's always got good stories.
Yeah, he's a little fucker.
Fuck yeah. Well, shit, man. Reaching 30 something minutes on this half.
I
Got
think
about
we
an
did-
hour.
Yeah, we got almost about an hour.
I would say that's pretty good.
Pretty good today. I think we definitely got more comfortable and flowed definitely much better this week.
Yeah, this time was better. So
I was a little caffeinated, and my mic etiquette was probably much better because
Probably
I
a
can actually
lot.
hear myself.
yeah,
Yeah, that was definitely like a beneficial
it's
thing. 'cause
a
I feel like,
huge improvement.
yeah, I feel like I was probably breathing in the mic on the phone, like, like
Yeah,
that.
like some psychopath.
Yeah, that's annoying.
Like your mouth breathing on the phone like a stalker.
Yeah, you calling like,
Some
what are you wearing?
lips quivering as you're speaking. 'Cause
Dick in one hand.
dude, oh yeah, you're just in your whitey tighties in the corner of your room.
Yeah, just yanking on your shit.
So bad. That's so bad, dude. Well, thanks for listening, you guys. Let us know in the comments what you thought. And we will catch you next time. Thanks for hanging out. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next pod.
Yeah, thank you guys for listening. Definitely looking forward to the next one. You guys have a good day.